a youngster, but he's a guy that a lot of these coaches have had to pay attention to.
And he may go the distance. Terrence West into the end zone.
You know, if you don't turn the ball over, you're going to put yourself in a situation to win a lot of football games.
Bobby Broyles and Scott Meyer here for CAA Football The Blitz as we continue our 11 teams in 11 days series with the Rhode Island Rams. And the Rams, Scott, are coming off a 3-8 season, 2-4 in the CAA. You look at this team, they have some big weapons on both sides of the ball. On offense, they have their quarterback coming back. Bob Benson made a splash on the scene last year and has a great weapon on the outside with Brandon Johnson-Farrell.
Yeah, a tough season last year in terms of a record, but I think what you look at in terms of Brandon Johnson-Farrell is superb athletic ability on the outside. Some of those catches that he made in the early season were phenomenal. And then you take a look at Bob Benson and what he brings to the table in terms of an arm strength type quarterback. He was a spark coming off the bench last year, filling in and alternating in with Steve Probst, who liked to run with the ball, was not afraid to run with the ball. Gives that offense a little bit of a weapon that teams may not have seen or may not be accustomed to in terms of arm strength.
Well, we caught up with head coach Joe Trainer, and he talked about his quarterback and his expectations for Bob Benson this season.
Yeah, I mean, we thought Bob did a great job when he came in. Obviously, there's a little more pressure on you, when you're the incumbent and the expectation is high. I think when you come in relief of the starting quarterback, you don't really feel the pressure and you're kind of just flying by the seat of your pants. But Bob did a great job, and now he's got to learn to handle expectation, and we feel good about him, leading our offense, and I think he's going to be a great player for us.
Head coach Joe Trainer on his quarterback. And Scott, when we flip sides and look at the defense, the Rams have their top returning tacklers from 2011 in linebackers Doug Johnson and Dave Zacco.
Yeah, the killer D's, I'm going to call these guys. Doug Johnson, superb in terms of sacks. 6 in 11 games. That's pretty good. That's pretty high average for our league. Then you look at Zacco and nearly 100 tackles. More importantly, 2 interceptions out of that inside linebacker position. Those are phenomenal numbers. Look for those guys to be leaders on this defense.
Once again, head coach Joe Trainer on what he expects from his defense in 2012.
Yeah, I think we have some really good players up front. I think our front 6, so to speak, our front 4 and our 2 inside linebackers are going to be the strength of our defense. We got Josh Moody. He's a 285-pound, going to be a redshirt junior. Did a good job last year, 15 to 25 plays a game. We got James Timmons, who's a defensive end, Manny Williams, another defensive end. Damon Vargas is a 300-pound space eater that's pretty athletic inside. So I think the front 6, I mean, I'll be disappointed if we're not stopping the run with those guys in there and wreaking havoc versus the pass.
And Scott, as we stated earlier, there's a lot of individual talent on this Rhode Island football team. But what are the keys to success for the Rams this season?
I think, Bobby, you listened to what Coach Trainer had to say there. The keys to success for this team are those front 7 guys. He has confidence in them. May not have started, may not have played the whole game, but they have logged time on the field. The killer D's, those guys are going to anchor that front 7. But he's got guys on the front that can control the run. When you can control the run in CAA football, you have a chance. You put yourself in the driver's seat to win. Now, not saying that you're going to win a game if you do that, but you can control the flow of the game and force the opposition into passing situations and those kind of things where you can start to do some crazy things in the back end of the defense. That is key for this team. Get out in front, play good defense, let the offense come to you as the season progresses. I think he's got the right kind of mindset there and leaning on those front 7.
Well, the Rams will have plenty of time to get ready for their season opener. They have a bye week on week 1. Then they kick off their season at Monmouth Saturday afternoon, September the 8th. Then open their conference slate at Villanova Saturday, September the 15th. A 3:30 game that can be seen on the Comcast Sportsnet family of networks. Tomorrow we continue our 11 teams in 11-day campaign as we preview the Richmond Spiders as they will take the field in 2012 under their new head coach, Danny Rocco. For Bobby Broyles and Scott Meyer, thank you for tuning in to this edition of CAA Football The Blitz.